Okay, dear friends, I'm back. Today I'll be looking at the machine of Jerry on the Hackthebox together with you. I have already spawned this machine earlier, and this is the IP address of the target. And also I'd like to use the POM box, which is online payload OS provided by the Hackthebox to do this penetration. So now we can switch over to the viewer or the GUI of the payload OS. As you can see, I have already done the nmap scanning with options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan or full range port scan, as you can call it as well. And also I use the T4 to speed up this scanning, and also the capital P N, which stands for this will not do the ping before we do the port scanning, as if the target should be online. So from the nmap scanning results, as you can see, there is just only one port number, which is open 8080, and also the version information. As you know, this version is Apache Tomcat. And so what can we do now? We need to do the enumeration for the 8080 port number. Let's fire up our browser. And I'd like to make it bigger, so it'll be better for you to see what's going on. And let's put the IP address. Let's hit enter. As you can see, this is just a very default Apache Tomcat, and there's some functions like server status, manager app, and host manager. If we click manager app, it requires us to supply the username and the password. Of course, we can check if this exists the weak credentials like admin, but it does not. So what can we do? As I know, the Metasploit has a module which help us to enumerate the username and the password for the manager, for the Tomcat manager. So now we can launch our Metasploit console, and the option Q, which means quiet mode. So we just wait for this to be loaded. And then we can use the search utility inside the Metasploit. As you know, the penetration involves to remember a lot of so rich information we cannot remember in our mind. So we need to rely on the help instruction or like a search utility. So we can put the search, and what we are interested in is Tomcat and the manager. So I think this one is what we are looking for. We can make a copy, because this one can help us to enumerate a username and the password for the Tomcat manager. We can use the command and paste the path of the module, and then we can show options. I think the only thing we need to configure in this case is remote host. We can set the remote host to our target. Everything else, we just leave it as default value. So now we can run this module. Your login field, we'll try to attempt to test all possible combinations of username and password. Okay, it's done. Let's scroll up. Okay, it's here. From the plus mark, we can know this is the login, successful login. And we can copy. Maybe we do not need to make a copy because it's not so much complicated at all. So now we can open up or resume our browser. And the username should be Tomcat. And the password is S3 create. And let's sign in. You know, this is the Tomcat web application manager. And you know, this manager allow us to upload different applications. Of course, for us, the next aim for us is to get the initial or primary foothold, or get the reverse shell, which is a bit better. So what can we do? You know, as you can see, we can deploy the var file, and you know, this is some sort of the JSP file. So we need to generate the payload with msfvenom utility, and we can go back to our terminal. Maybe we can, I think it's okay. We can, yeah, we can quit. And we can use the msfvenom, right? But which type of a payload we should use? You know, as I said, we cannot remember everything. We can use the instruction provided by the msfvenom. Of course, there will be a lot of payloads which can be supported by Metasploit or msfvenom. So in this case, we are just looking for the which is suitable for the Java. You know, we need to choose the Java application. It's just some sort of the special Java application. Of course, we need to narrow down the scope so we can use the grep and the Java. I think now the result or should be filtered for clearer understanding, and then we can choose the suitable payload. You know, we can use this one, the Java JSP shell reverse TCP. We can make a copy, and then we can, of course, you can try others if you like. And we can use the msfvenom. P stands for payload. So we can put the payload type, and we need to specify the local host to our payload OS. And also we need to specify the local port number to be listened on. And the port number, my favorite port number is 45s. And then we need to specify the type is var and redirect to the shell var. Let's hit enter. Okay, that's all right. Our var file rather has been generated, and then we can go back to our manager and we can select the var file to deploy, and we can deploy. As you can see, we have already deployed. Sorry about my voice. And now we need to, before we access this file, we need to set up the listener first. All right, let's hit enter. And then we can access this shell. application. Let's hit enter. Now we go back to our, as you can see, we have already got the command shell, and this is the reverse shell originated from the target, and we can dir list the content of this directory, and we can go back to the upper directory. Actually, we can go to the users. Even we have already got the shell with administrator privilege, then we can go to the administrator. Okay. dir and go to the desktop. dir. Yeah, another directory flags. And then, of course, I think we have already got the flags. We can use the type command to display. But of course, this file name contains space, so I'd like to use the double quote to include this file name. Next type, as you can see, we have already got the user flag and root flag as well. So I think that's pretty much it. We have already completed this machine of the Jerry on the Hackthebox. So I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye.